Okay, we all know that nobody wants to be in the hospital. Patients are frightened because they are often coming in for testing. Their friends and families are also anxious for them. Hospital patients are typically experiencing high levels of anxiety over their medical conditions. Their problems relating on finding parking spaces is adding to their stresses, as well as their problems on navigating the facilities inside the hospital. Imagine the stress of the patients for their conditions alone and be weighted by another problem when they drive to the wrong garage and is running late for their appointments. Their stress level spikes even more. And when the patient reaches her designated department, the appointment's procedure might be interrupted because the patient is still uneasy, which is the result of their mind still racing from the stress that they encountered, making the clinicians repeat some of the procedures. Just imagine how much less stress the patients would be under if they didn't have to worry on how to get to their appointments. As the technology continues to evolve, the problems are also slowly being resolved. Now, you can use an app that will direct you to the parking garage closest to the room that you need to get to, and will help you on your way to your appointment. Let us tell you more about this app.
The app called Take Me There Overlook is free and works on all cellular phones and electronic devices that can download apps. Visitors can also check out 1 out of 10 electronic kiosks posted at strategic locations at the hospital to download onto their phone. Inside the hospital, the app provides GPS, precise directions. Walk 20 feet and go left. Take the next elevator to the 4th floor on how to get to your appointment. Kiosk screens produce a virtual display of the facilities, hallways, and elevators with a blue guiding line, and it is empowered with different languages in the system so all people will be guided. If you prefer, you can use the app to download a 3D map showing you the way. People who do not have a cell phone can go onto the hospital's website where they can get printable directions detailing how to get from the parking lot to their destination inside the hospital.
This new technology has empowered individuals who happen to use it.
With the Wayfinding app, it helps numerous people in finding their ways to their appointments, and it helps lessen the stress that patients encounters. Reducing stress is one way hospital can improve the patient's experience, which Wayfinding app can provide to visitors. It used to be common to see patients and other visitors wandering the facility looking perplexed. It became apparent to the hospitals that they needed better ways for people to navigate their medical center. The app has been really a home run. That's why here's one of the users of Wayfinding app to share her testimony about how helpful it is in her experience.
The Wayfinding app provided by Arkansas Children's Hospital in Little Rock has helped me pay more attention to my young triplets without worrying about how to get to their appointments in the facility. Unfortunately, my children were born 14 weeks prematurely in another hospital, and they were actually transferred to the neonatal intensive care unit at Arkansas Children's, where we have spent 4 months. I have spent hundreds of hours at Arkansas Children's, and I could say that the facility's Wayfinding app is valuable. It helps me to navigate the facility's halls and find nearby clinics in other buildings. Even though I have been in the hospital quite a bit, I still get turned around. As a mom of 3, getting from one appointment to another can be really confusing, especially if you're toting a double stroller and a single one. That's why I rely on the app as I take my children to as many as 3 doctor's appointments a day.
The said Wayfinding apps not only provides directions to and inside the hospital, but it can also display nearby amenities such as the closest post office, dry cleaners, restaurants, and coffee shops. The Wayfinding apps can be useful, particularly for people who expect an extended hospital stay. The technology also allows loved ones of the patients who will be staying at the hospital for days or for weeks to save time by running errands they might typically do in their neighborhoods. The traditional hospital signage will probably never go away completely, but with the explosive growth of the use of smartphones, more and more people are becoming accustomed to finding information, including directions on their electronic devices in seconds. People are so used to using these apps. There's a growing expectation that when you go into a large building like a hospital, this technology will be available.
This technology really helps people to navigate their way to get their health check and have a better experience. A wayfinding app is the app that helps people to get the ease that they need in hospitals.